Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Tuesday, February 9th, 2016. We have an Alberta clipper that's redeveloping off of the Delaware coast this morning, and that low pressure system will bring the threat for some snow throughout the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. Better chance for more significant snowfall to the west of Philadelphia as you head towards south central Pennsylvania. But for our neck of the woods, looks like about a 2 to 4 inch type of event as that low pressure system slowly exits out into the Atlantic. So it's been a pretty active period of weather, but it looks like we're going to be quieting down a little bit with some very cold air for the rest of this week and into the weekend. Valentine's Day is going to be a very, very chilly day throughout the northern Mid-Atlantic. That is for sure. How about highs in the lower 20s? Now, that is pretty cold. On the surface map, you can see our low pressure system redeveloping off of the mid-Atlantic coast. This low pressure system will lift to the northeast with this, what's called an inverted trough, also lifting northeast. And that's going to lead to some periods of snowfall, especially this afternoon and evening. That will be moderate at times, but it also will be weakening as the best lifting and dynamics exits out the coast. On the radar, you can see that inverted trough developing with the low pressure system off the coast. This will continue to lift northward and produce periods of moderate snow like this area here and this area here. So look for that snowfall most likely to start to accumulate in the late afternoon and evening hours. And again, we're not looking for anything that's going to stop traffic or ground airlines or anything of that nature, but there will be some delays, so definitely use caution today if you are planning on traveling. On the latest infrared satellite picture, you can see that low pressure system developing very nicely off the coast, but notice the trend here where all the colder cloud tops are remaining off of the coastal plain and heading out into the northern Atlantic, but we also have that signature with the inverted trough right here. So, what can we expect with this snowfall? Well, basically, if you're in the far northern interior, almost nothing. A trace, maybe an inch if you get a good snow shower. As you head towards central southern Connecticut, northern New Jersey, looking at about an inch or two of snow, if that, mostly on cold surfaces. Not really that much of an impact on the region. Over southern New Jersey, that snow is going to mix with rain at times, and that's going to keep down your snowfall accumulations to, again, around 1 to 2 inches for the most part. Could see a third inch of snow if you get a quicker changeover later on this afternoon. For the rest of the region, really, we're looking at about 2 to 4 inches of snow. This pretty much all coming to an end 2 a.m. tomorrow morning. And again, most locations will be a lot closer to 2 inches. I put that 4 inches out there just in case you get hit with one of those stronger moderate bands for a little bit longer time period. But I think most locations will be around that 2 inch mark throughout the New York City and Philadelphia metropolitan area as this low pressure system lifts to the north and east. And then as you head out towards central Pennsylvania, let's say towards Lancaster, you're basically looking at a scenario where you're dealing with like around Harrisburg, Hershey, Lancaster, York, anywhere from 4 to 8 inches of snow. Most locations will be around that 4 inches, but again, if you get hit into one of those heavier bands of snowfall for a prolonged period of time, you could easily push into the 6 to 8 inch range with this snowfall, especially with temperatures falling. That's going to lead to a higher snow ratio. So a lot of factors here to play with, but for the most part, for most of the region, we're pretty much looking at a 2 to 4 inch snowfall with limited impacts on travel. So let's dive into this forecast. Again, for this evening, looking for those snow showers and snow to increase in coverage, mixing with rain at times this afternoon as temperatures will rise into the mid to upper 30s and then quickly fall off into the lower to mid 30s as we head towards the late afternoon and evening hours. That snow will continue on through the evening into the early night period. Notice that we'll get more scattered nature of this snowfall as the low pressure system exits, and by tomorrow morning we're just looking at a few scattered snow showers with lows in the upper 20s to lower 30s. Tomorrow afternoon, those snow showers will linger around, more like flurries really. Highs in the mid to upper 30s are expected. And then on Thursday, an outer cold front will have gone through. We'll We'll continue to see a few flurries around the area, but most locations will be clear with lows in the lower 20s and highs in the upper 20s to lower 30s. Then the Arctic air really sets in. On Friday, you're going to have Arctic high pressure in control. You can't rule out a flurry or two. Lows in the mid-teens, highs in the mid to upper 20s. On Saturday, again, we'll watch another clipper move through. This low pressure system will be tracking to the north of the region, so I really don't have any concern for any type of significant snowfall for this weekend, just pretty much a few passing snow showers here and there. Lows in the mid to upper teens, highs in the lower to mid 20s. Gets even colder on Sunday. On Valentine's Day, lows are going to be in the single digits. Highs in the upper teens to lower 20s throughout the region. So a very cold day. Most likely you're going to want to stay indoors with the person you want to spend Valentine's Day with, because it is going to be brutally cold outside. And then on Monday, high pressure will start to exit. Look for lows in the upper teens to lower 20s, highs in the mid to upper 30s. And then we're going to watch out for this low pressure system Tuesday night into Wednesday. A lot of different model data trying to support this coming up the coast or exiting the coast. Some suggesting rain to snow, some snow. We'll watch this very carefully. One thing to note is that this high pressure system, the Arctic high pressure system, is leaving. So that means that the air mass is moderating. But we also have another Arctic disturbance right on the way. So the timing and interaction of all these features is something to watch out for the middle of next week. On Tuesday, we're looking right now at lows in the mid to upper 20s and highs around where we should be for this time of year, lower to mid 40s. That is your forecast discussion for today. Thank you for following NY and JPA weather, and as always, stay safe out there.